Hello and welcome to another video. My name is Joe and this is World of Warcraft. In today's video I am gonna show you something how to obtain a certain sword, which is a pretty rare sword, which is the Teebu's Blazing Longsword. It's also a high valued item. You can probably sell it still for like 300 or 400k gold. Anyway, to obtain this blade, you can obtain them from a heavy junk box. And where to find these heavy junk boxes? In the Blackrock Spire, the lower version. Not the upper, the lower. So to access it, we have to go through the Blackrock Mountain. Once you're in this lava area, doesn't matter which side you come from, you head to the balcony on the highest section of the outer ring. Go through the hallway, like there, as you can see my mouse, and then go down, and the portal is right here. In order to make this more efficient, I will show you the way through the instance, and I also will show you some macros. So I can start with the first two macros, which is fairly easy, and I will also show you them inside the instance how I use them. So my first one is sapping. So it targets the target I'm aiming at, and after I press the button it saps and instantly target is vanished. So we have the macro is dash target enemy altogether, and then the next line dash cast sap, the ability to sap, and then the next line again dash clear target, all as one word. That's for the SAP version, and I will also put it down in the description, so don't worry. Then we have the Pickpocket version, which is similar to the SAP. It just, you aim your mouse at the target and then it just steals the goodies. Most likely it's gonna be like the empty poison vial, or the roasted quail, or the homemade cherry pie, some exotic books, and all the other items you can obtain from the lockbox itself. As you can see, I still have one here. You can also get certain items or a design, whatever you can get from it. There's also a small chance for that. But we're going for that blade. That blade is the only problem. It's 0.11%, like 0.011% drop chance, basically. As it mentioned it on Wowhead. But if we have plenty of these heavy junk boxes, it's gonna be an issue. Because I'm not gonna press picklock, junk box, picklock, junk box, even if I got it on a key. What I am gonna do is I made this macro. So the first one is dash use and then the name of the lockbox, or in this case the junk box. Then the next line dash cast pick lock, as two separate words. And then again the next one dash use and then the same lockbox. So what you're gonna see is, like doing it now, I'm not targeting this box, I'm pressing in this case 1, so item is locked, I'm using it on the lockbox and my mouse is still here, and then once again I press it again and it opens the lockbox, and there you go. So let's go in and make the routes. I will pickpocket everything, and then I will do one more time of checking the boxes. And I also show you that you do not have to reset the instance. You can repeat this non-stop. So you will never have to reset, because there's a 10-minute cooldown on the pickpocketing part. Alright, let's get in there. I also didn't notice like any speed increase for stealth. Maybe on night elves have it. So we go in stealth to the right here, and let's change this to sap and pickpocket. We got our junk box. As you can see, it goes pretty darn quick. Another lockbox and some small amount of cash. Then we got 4 things here. Another lockbox. We aim a bit to the left. As you can see, it doesn't always sap the right target. And it's the same with the stealing. After you've done this section, we will go downstairs here to the right and follow the actual route. Alright. Let's see if we get more lockboxes. Hopefully we do, and hopefully we do get that blade. And as I can say, it's very, very rare. And please do not kill any enemies unless you have to. But there's another reason why, well, there's not a reason. It's a thing you can keep in mind to have vanish on your bars, hot bars. Another box there. We can safely jump down here. Usually you see these chests. Like this distance is pretty far, pretty close, so do not loot them unless you're at a high level. Alright, we done this section. Let's go steal these enemies, and then we go over the bridge. We got another lockbox. Great, we're already on 5 lockboxes. Now let's go to the left. There are 4 of these characters. We will set that. What also can help if put your camera a bit up, so you have a better aim for the targets. Occasionally in the back there will be a chest as well, but not always. These things will stand up. Do not worry about it. Alright. As you can see, I got some roasted quill. Alright, once we in this area, we cleared these couple of enemies still with pickpocketing. Don't worry about this effect. And we will go to the ogres. Keep in mind, they are sometimes like this, that they will target you and then still attack you, and they will ignore the vanish unless you're on a high level. So we're gonna wait this guy out a bit. Let's pickpocket him straight away. And let's sap him, go through here. Sap this guy, and then we have our boss room. And yes, we are going to pickpocket the boss too. So first we go left up here and not to the right, because there's 3 humanoids over here. And as you can see, you do not want to skip them because of the lockbox. And most of the times these bosses do have lockboxes, but sometimes they don't, as you can see here. Alright, and then we can speed up for a moment. We stun this one, and we go for the next one. And this one. Alright, now we go to the left here, because originally you could go straight forward and then or to the right. Anyway, let's do the same thing here. No, we want to sap the other guy. And we do not want to get hit. Now we go to the troll section. Also, you do get a lot of these star rubies. And like I said, it goes really, really quick. But if you want these star rubies for anything, then, well, it's a good way to farm them too, because you get quite a lot from them. I think if I can find them on my screen somewhere, I know I can type it. Well, I'm just gonna type it. Star. I got 4 of them. I don't know if they're value, but yeah. So don't forget this room, because you will skip this room at some point. I think this is a boss too. Yeah, that's a boss too. Avoid these fire things because they can remove your stealth. So if you're in this room, there's a room up there. Now we will proceed over the stairs down and we go stairs up again because there are 3 more enemies here. And we do not want to lose the chance to find the junk box in there and have the blade. You never know. Occasionally, like you can see here, there's a chest too. Ignore that. Don't worry about these chests then. Because you're not going for the chest, you're going for the pickpocket. Alright, these mobs will move around, so don't worry about that. We still stay in this room. And yeah. There should be another boss in the room close by, which we will go through. Let's quickly loot these guys. Then go in this side. There's only 4 of them and a big guy and the boss. So hopefully we get another junk box from the boss. And as you can see, it's a pretty long range for sapping. I mean from, well, sapping and pickpocket. Alright, we done this room. We head to this corner over here. And we got a whole bunch of these humanoids. There we go. This one wakes up. Don't worry about it. He just wakes up. And we're just gonna proceed through this section over here. There will be somewhere also a chest, which you can, like I said, again, ignore it. And your aim, your mouse and everything, that's where you're aiming your stealing or sapping from. There is a boss here, which I think is not listed there. Banork Grim Axe. I will check that in a moment, what he can drop. Because it can potentially drop something very valuable. And somehow I have to get him away from it. Sometimes there will be a chest over here. And don't worry if you skipped an enemy, it doesn't matter. There's so many enemies and you will rinse and repeat this anyway. And the next time you get here, you will not lose the enemy. As you can see, there's another chest in this corner. Ignore it, even if it's so tempting to do so. Keep in mind we can also sap beast. Ignore the boss, sap, and go through this area. Once we reach this section up here, we have some ogres again. Don't worry about the ogres. We will finish it very soon. We are also pretty close to the entrance. And also, like I said, if you're still watching right now, you will technically able to see what I get from these boxes, and maybe I do get the Teebu blade. So fingers crossed. And now he spotted me. Let's wait and hopefully, yep. So this is the part of finish. And that's why you have to do SEP occasionally. If you're a low level rogue like me. Because now I do have a cooldown, which I do not like. But nothing to worry, it happens. And yeah. I don't know where the wolf guy is. It's down here because there's always a patrol here. Let's wait him out for a moment. Come on. Thank you. And once we've done this section, we do not go to the left. If you do want to kill this guy on your left, then you probably get a Worgen pup companion. Alright, we're almost done because we're close to the last room. And once we do, then we repeat the beginning. And also I will show you what I retrieve from these lockboxes. Very nostalgic music. These chests, I want it so badly. There's 5 chests in this dungeon or something. They all have potentially like very good loot. So technically, if you want, you can loot these chests, kill the enemies around if you're low level or anything like that. And then don't kill the other enemies. Try to be safe with it. Alright, we are in the final room. And we should be 10 minutes later. There's still one enemy sometimes up there. Yes, he's walking now. And it can be this troll thingy, it can be a normal small humanoid, and it can also be the ogre. Alright, the dragonkin on top we cannot do anything with. So we walk out like this. Maybe we're gonna vanish again. Once we in this room, we just go down here with the animals. We proceed to the ogres. And then we simply gonna drop down on this ogre. Just walk this ogre around. Zap this guy again. And technically all these things here are lootable again, as you can see here. So let's proceed to a safe area and we will open these lockboxes. And this area is safe enough for me. We have, I don't know, we have plenty of them. So let's open a couple and let's see if we do get the blade. Oh, there we go. And once again, thank you for watching and enjoy the rest of the day. And hopefully this video can help you. Thank you for watching and have a great one. Bye!